The piano starts like an open room at rest. Every note feels unconcerned with next. There's no tension waiting in the sound, no need. It moves like something finished being seen. I don't reach for the ending to comfort or stay. Some endings don't need witnesses, they fade on their own. What we were doesn't follow me through time. It stays where it ended, fine. I notice how the quiet feels intentional, complete. Nothing asking to be replayed or kept. The melody repeats itself softly, at ease. It doesn't seek approval to leave. I thought silence would feel empty, it feels held. This was left undisturbed, as it should be. The piano stays, the strings respond, then release. No memory left to preserve. This was left undisturbed. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds, passing through. It doesn't frame the ending as tragic or new. The orchestra enters briefly, then goes. It doesn't question silence, it knows. I stop waiting for the ending to explain or speak. Some endings don't return for meaning, they sleep, and sleeping doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody thins into open air, then rest. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I breathe inside the space it leaves behind. Slow, nothing here is asking me to go. This was left undisturbed, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to retreat. This was left undisturbed. The piano releases the final note and lets it fall. The piano begins without pressure or plan. Every note sounds certain where it stands. There's no need to arrive anywhere else or grow. It moves like something already whole. I don't brace myself for memory or ache. Some endings don't announce themselves, they take their place quietly. What we were doesn't ask for return, it finishes gently, undisturbed. I notice how balanced the silence feels, aligned. Nothing pulling backward, nothing behind. The melody repeats without urgency or plea. It doesn't need my attention to be. I thought endings would feel heavier, they feel clear. There is nothing pressed, tempo moves like ordinary minutes, unseen. It doesn't underline emotion or lean. The orchestra opens softly, then clears. It doesn't stay to decorate the years. I stop expecting the ending to shape me or decide. Some endings don't alter direction, they slide into place. And sliding doesn't feel like loss, it feels right, like something setting down its weight. Extended bridge, a melody stretches into open space, then rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the quiet it allows. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. There was nothing pressed, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to rescind. There was nothing pressed, yeah. Extended, the piano lingers low and then stops. The candle begins like a room already empty but warm. Every note settles gently and calm. There's no hesitation in the sound, no way. It moves like something finished with fate. I don't turn back to check for moment or stay. Some endings don't need confirmation. We fade on their own, but we were doesn't follow me now. It stays exactly where it ended, aloud. I notice how even the silence feels alive. Nothing calling forward, nothing behind. The melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need my attention to be. I thought closure would feel louder. It feels clean. There's nothing left behind, nothing to claim but candle holds the strings you're at. Then wait, no shadow left to find. Oh, there's nothing left behind. The tempo moves like ordinary minutes passing through. It doesn't underline emotion or cue. The orchestra opens softly, then clears. It doesn't stay to color the years. I stop expecting the ending to follow me or stays. The endings don't echo forward, they fade into place. And fading doesn't feel like loss, it feels right, like something gently stepping out of sight. The melody stretches into open space, then rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the calm it allows. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. There was nothing left behind, I know. As the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to remind. the quiet holds. The piano begins without a signal or a sign. Every note feels satisfied, being time. There's no message hidden in the sound, no plea. It moves like something letting be. I don't stop the ending to assign it meaning or name. Some endings don't want importance, they remain unmarked. What we were doesn't interrupt the now. It settles quietly and bows. I notice how complete the silence feels at rest. Nothing waiting for revision or test. The melody repeats itself slowly, unaware. It doesn't need to be noticed to be there. I thought endings needed clarity, they need trust, and there was no signal, nothing to read. The piano holds the strings, arrive then recede. No feeling left to reveal. There was no signal. The tempo moves like ordinary minutes passing by. It doesn't underline emotion or try. The orchestra opens wide but briefly, then clears. It doesn't stay color the years that I stop expecting the ending to guide me or stay. Some endings don't point directions, they fade into place, and fading doesn't feel like loss. It feels clean, like something choosing not to be seen. The melody opens into quiet space, then waits. It doesn't resist the silence, it relates. I remain inside the calm it creates. Slow, nothing here is asking me to know. There was no signal, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to retrieve. There was no signal. The piano dissolves into room tone. The piano begins like a decision already made. Every note sounds steady, unafraid. There's no hesitation in the timing, no pause. It moves like something that knows the cost. I don't reach for the moment to change it or bend. Some endings don't wait for permission, they end where they stand. What we were doesn't ask me to follow through, it stays exactly where it finished. True. I notice how quiet feels resolved now, at ease. Nothing pulling forward, nothing asking me. The melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need my understanding to be. I thought leaving meant turning back, it doesn't. There is no return, no open door. The piano holds the strings, arrive then with moves like ordinary moments passing by. It doesn't underline emotion or try. The orchestra opens briefly, then clears. It doesn't stay to echo the years. I stop expecting the ending to follow me or stay. Some endings don't linger in memory, they fade without sound, and fading doesn't feel unfinished. It feels right, like something choosing not to ask for light. Extended bridge, the melody stretches into empty space, then rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. The strings rise one last time, then release, trusting the ending to finish this. There is no return, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true, no echo left to adjourn. There is no return, there is no return. Ooh, extending our truth. The piano lingers briefly, then stops. The air remains. There is no return. The piano starts without intention or claim. Every note feels comfortable with its name. There's no need to elevate the sound or explain. It moves like something ending the same. I don't collect the moment for meaning or proof. Some endings don't carry a lesson, they move as they are. What we were doesn't resist the close, it settles gently, then goes. I notice how silence feels balanced now, aligned, nothing calling backward, nothing behind. The melody repeats itself quietly at rest. It doesn't ask to be remembered or kept. I thought endings needed weight, this one doesn't. This is just ending, nothing more. The piano stays, the strings surround, then fall, no message left to send. This is just ending. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing through. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or new. The orchestra enters softly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to change me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep. And sleeping doesn't feel unfinished, it feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended E opens into open air, then waits. It doesn't rush the quiet, it relates. I breathe inside the stillness it creates. Slow, nothing here is asking me to know. The strings lift gently, then dissolve. leaving nothing to resolve. This was just ending, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to amend. This was just ending. The piano plays one final phrase, then stops. The silence remains. The piano starts like a careful motion, unforced. Every note feels certain of its course. There's no need to emphasize the sound or try. It moves like something saying goodbye. I don't collect the ending for memory or proof. Some endings don't ask to be carried, they move on their own. What we were doesn't pull in my hand, it loosens quietly, then stands. I notice how settled the moment feels, at ease. Nothing asking to be replayed or freeze. The melody repeats itself slowly at rest. It doesn't question the ending, it accepts. I thought endings would feel sharp, this one doesn't. This was closed gently, without sound. The piano stays, the strings surround and bow down. No reason left to explain. This was closed gently. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or try. The orchestra enters softly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to reshape me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep, and sleeping doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody opens into open air, then waits. It doesn't rush the quiet, it relates. I breathe inside the stillness it creates. Slow, nothing here is asking me to go. Final close gently. This was closed gently, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to retain. This was closed gently. The piano plays a final phrase, then resits it. The piano starts like an exhale, complete. Every note arrives, then leaves. There's no urgency in the timing now, no wait. It moves like something finished with fate. I don't pause the ending for meaning or proof. Some endings don't carry a lesson, they move on their own. What we were doesn't resist the close, it settles gently then goes. I notice how calm the stillness feels at rest. Nothing asking to be replayed or kept. The melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need permission to be. I thought silence meant absence, it means peace. This is finished breathing, nothing more. The piano holds the strings, surround and fall. No message left to send. This is finished breathing. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or try. The orchestra enters briefly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to return or speak. Some endings don't circle back, they sleep, and sleeping doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody thins into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I breathe inside the space it leaves behind. Slow, nothing here is asking me to know. This was finished breathing, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to mend. This was finished breathing. This was finished breathing. This was finished breathing. As the final harmony faded out, nothing changed. No echo left to mend. This was finished breathing, it stayed. The piano begins without revision or aim. Every note feels content to remain as it is. There's no effort to improve the sound or try. It moves like something let in light. I don't rearrange the ending for comfort or grace. Some endings don't want adjustment, they place themselves. What we were doesn't argue with time. It stays exactly where it ended, fine. I notice how settled the moment feels, aligned. Nothing pulling forward, nothing behind. The melody repeats itself slowly, at ease. It doesn't ask to be understood, it is. I thought endings needed refinement, they need trust. Oh, this was left as it It doesn't resist the silence, it relates. I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. This was left as it was, and I knew it was the final harmony. Faded out, it was true, no echo left to revive. This was left as it was. This was left as it was. The piano dissolves into silence. The piano dissolves into silence. The piano starts like the final sentence. Read, every note accepts what's said. There's no continuation implied, no cue. It moves like something already through. I don't hold the ending open for return or stay. Some endings don't wait for permission. They lay where they land. What we were doesn't reach into now. It closes gently and bows. I notice how complete the ride feels at rest. Nothing waiting for emphasis or test. The melody repeats itself softly, unaware. It doesn't need to be noticed to be there. I thought endings needed aftermath. They don't. There is no further sound. Nothing to add. The piano holds the strings, arrived and past. No echo left to surround. There is no further sound. Tempo moves like unmarked seconds, passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or try. The orchestra enters softly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence. It behaves extended bridge. The melody stretches into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet. It accepts. I remain inside the stillness. It creates calm. Nothing here is asking me to move on. There was no further sound, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to surround. There was no further sound. The piano stops completely. The piano begins like the room is settled. At last, every note releases the past. There's no hesitation in the rhythm now, no plea. It moves like something set free. I don't carry the ending forward or bind. Some endings don't ask to be remembered. They find their place quietly. What we were doesn't follow my steps. It remains. to breathe. I thought letting go meant falling. It means standing. There's no way left, nothing to hold. The piano stays, the strings arrive and fold. No reason left to protect. There's no way low. There's no way left, nothing to hold. The piano stays, the strings arrive and fold. No reason left to protect. There's no way left. The tempo moves like ordinary moments passing through. It doesn't underline emotion or cue. The orchestra opens softly then clears. It doesn't stay to echo the years. I stopped expecting the ending to shape me or stay. Some endings don't define the future. They fade in a place, and fading doesn't feel like loss. It feels clean, like something choosing not to be seen. Extended bridge, the melody stretches into quiet air that rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. There was no way left, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to collect. There was no way left. Extended ray left days. Extended they left days. The piano lingers briefly, then stops. The piano begins without pressure or plan. Every note sounds certain where it stands. There's no need to arrive anywhere else or grow. It moves like something already whole. I don't brace myself for memory or ache. Some endings don't announce themselves, they take their place quietly. What we were doesn't ask for return. It finishes gently, undisturbed. I notice how balanced the silence feels aligned. Nothing pulling backward, nothing behind. The melody repeats without urgency. Please, it doesn't need my attention to be. I thought endings would feel heavier, they feel clear. There's nothing pressed, nothing delayed. The piano holds, the strings arrive, then fade. No moment left to defend. There is nothing pressed. The tempo moves like ordinary minutes unseen. It doesn't underline emotion or lean. The orchestra opens softly, then clears. It doesn't stay to decorate the years. I stop expecting the ending to shape me or decide. Some endings don't alter direction, they slide into place. And sliding doesn't feel like loss, it feels right, like something setting down its weight. Extended bridge, the melody stretches into open space, then rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the quiet it allows. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. There was nothing pressed, and I piano starts like something concluded. At ease, every note sounds certain. It can leave, there's no arrival waiting at the end, no claim. It moves like something done with names. I don't gather the ending from memory or proof. Some endings don't wanna be carried, they move on their own. What we were doesn't ask me to stay, it closes gently, then goes away. I notice how calm the stillness feels now, complete, nothing asking to be repeated or kept. The melody repeats itself slowly. At rest, it doesn't resist the ending, it accepts. I thought the end would feel unfinished. It doesn't, this was already finished. Before goodbye, the piano stays, the strings surround inside. No reason left to defend, this was already finished. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds, passing through. It doesn't frame the ending as tragic or new. The orchestra enters like distant light, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to change me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep, and sleeping doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody opens into open air, then rest. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I remain inside the stillness, it creates calm. Nothing here is asking me to move on. This was already finished, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to defend. This was already finished. Extended piano plays alone one final time, then stops. The silence remains. The piano begins like a room has settled at last. Every note releases the past. There's no hesitation in the rhythm now, no plea. It moves like something set free. I don't carry the ending forward or bind. Some endings don't ask to be remembered, they find a place quietly. What we were doesn't follow my steps. It remains exactly where it rested and lets. I notice how light the silence feels, aligned. Nothing pulling forward, nothing behind. The melody repeats itself slowly, at ease. It doesn't need my attention to breathe. I thought letting go meant falling. It The tempo moves like ordinary moments passing through. It doesn't underline emotion or cue. The orchestra opens softly, then clears. It doesn't stay to echo the years. I'll stop expecting the ending to shape me or stay. Some endings gone to find a future, they fade into place, and fading doesn't feel like loss. It feels clean, like something choosing not to be seen. The melody stretches into quiet air, then rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. Fire was no weight left, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to collect. There was no weight left. The piano lingers briefly, then stops. The piano starts like the final sentence read. Every note accepts what's said. There's no continuation implied, no cue. It moves like something already through. I don't hold the ending open for a return, must stay. Some endings don't wait for permission, they lay where they land. What we were doesn't reach into now. It closes gently and bows. I notice how complete the quiet feels at rest. Nothing waiting for emphasis or test. The melody repeats itself softly, unaware. It doesn't need to be noticed to be there. I thought endings needed aftermath, they don't. There is no further sound, nothing to add. The piano holds the strings, arrive and pass. No echo left to surround. There is no further sound. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or try. The orchestra enters softly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. The melody stretches into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I remain inside the stillness it creates. Calm, nothing here is asking me to move on. There was no further sound, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to surround. There was no further sound. The piano stops completely. The piano starts without intention or claim. Every note feels comfortable with its name. There's no need to elevate the sound or explain. It moves like something ending the same. I don't collect the moment for meaning or proof. Some endings don't carry a lesson, they move as they are. What we were doesn't resist the close. It settles gently, then goes. I notice how silence feels balanced now, aligned. Nothing calling backward, nothing behind. The melody repeats itself quietly at rest. It doesn't ask to be remembered or kept. I thought endings needed weight, this one doesn't. This is just ending, nothing more. The piano stays, the strings surround, then fall. No message left to send. This is just ending. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing through. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or new. The orchestra enters softly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to change me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep. And sleeping doesn't feel unfinished, it feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody opens into open air, then waits. It doesn't rush the quiet, it relates. I breathe inside the stillness it creates. Slow, nothing here is asking me to know. The strings lift gently, then dissolve, leaving nothing to resolve. This was just ending, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to amend. This was just ending. The piano plays one final phrase, then stops. The silence remains. The piano begins without a signal or a sign. Every note feels satisfied, being time. There's no message hidden in the sound, no plea. It moves like something letting be. I don't stop the ending to assign it meaning or name. Some endings don't want importance, they remain unmarked. What we were doesn't interrupt the now. It settles quietly and bows. I notice how complete the silence feels at rest. Nothing waiting for revision or test. The melody repeats so slowly, unaware. It doesn't need to be noticed to be there. I thought endings needed clarity, they need trust. There was no signal, nothing to read. The piano holds the strings, arrive then recede. No feeling left to reveal. There was no signal. The tempo moves like ordinary minutes passing by. It doesn't underline emotion. like something choosing not to be seen. Extended bridge. The melody opens into quiet space, then waits. It doesn't resist the silence, it relates. I remain inside the calm it creates. Low, nothing here is asking me to know. There was no signal, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to retrieve. There was no signal. The piano dissolves into room tone. The piano starts like an open room at rest. Every note feels unconcerned with next. There's no tension waiting in the sound, no need. It moves like something finished being seen. I don't reach for the ending to comfort or stay. Some endings don't need witnesses, they fade on their own. What we were doesn't follow me through time. It stays where it ended, fine. I notice how the quiet feels intentional, complete. Nothing asking to be replayed or kept. The melody repeats itself softly at ease. It doesn't seek approval to leave. I thought silence would feel empty. It feels held. This was left undisturbed as it should be. The piano stays, the strings respond and release. No memory left to preserve. This was left undisturbed. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing through. It doesn't frame the ending as tragic or new. The orchestra enters briefly, then goes. It doesn't question silence, it knows. I stop waiting for the ending to explain or speak. Some endings don't return for meaning. They sleep, and sleeping doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge. The melody thins into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I breathe inside the space it leaves behind. Slow, nothing here is asking me to go. Find us left undisturbed, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to retrieve. This was left undisturbed. The piano reaches the final note and lets it fall. The piano starts like something concluded at ease. Every note sounds certain it can leave. There's no arrival waiting at the end, no claim. It moves like something done with name. seconds passing through. It doesn't frame the ending as tragic or new. The orchestra enters like distant light, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to change me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep. And sleeping doesn't feel unfinished, it feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody opens into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts I remain inside the stillness it creates. Calm, nothing here is asking me to move on. This was already finished, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to defend. This was already finished. This was already extended. The piano plays alone one final time, then stops. The silence remains. The piano begins like a decision already made. Every note sounds steady, unafraid. There's no hesitation in the timing, no pause. It moves like something that knows the cost. I don't reach for the moment to change it or bend it. Some endings don't wait for permission, they end where they stand. What we were doesn't ask me to follow through. It stays exactly where it finished, true. I notice how quiet feels, resolved now at ease. Nothing pulling forward, nothing asking me. The melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need my understanding to be. I thought leaving meant turning back, it doesn't. There is no return, no open door. The piano holds, the strings arrive, then withdraw. No question left to learn, there is no return. The tempo moves like ordinary moments passing by. It doesn't underline emotion or try. The orchestra opens briefly, then clears. It doesn't stay to echo the years. I stop expecting the ending to follow me or stay. Some endings don't linger in memory. They fade without sound, and fading doesn't feel unfinished. It feels right, like something choosing not to ask for light. Extended these stretches into empty space, then rested. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel the strings rise one last time, then release, trusting the ending to finish this final. There is no return, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it was true. No echo left to adjourn. There is no return. Starts like a careful motion, unforced. Every note feels certain of its course. There's no need to emphasize the sound or try. It moves like something saying goodbye. I don't collect the ending for memory or proof. Some endings don't ask to be carried, they move on their own. What we were doesn't pull at my hand, it loosens quietly then stands. I notice how settled the moment feels, at ease, nothing asking to be replayed or freeze. The melody repeats itself slowly at rest. It doesn't question the ending, it accepts. I thought endings would feel sharp, this one doesn't. This is closed gently, without sound. The piano stays, the strings surround and then bow down. No reason left to explain. This is closed gently. Like unmarked seconds passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or try. The orchestra enters softly then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to reshape me or speak. Some endings don't transform you, they sleep and doesn't feel unfinished. It feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody opens into open air, then waits. It doesn't rush the quiet, it relates. I breathe inside the stillness it creates. Slow, nothing here is asking me to go. This was closed gently, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing frayed, no echo left to retain. This was closed gently, extended. I stayed. The piano plays the final phrase, then releases it. The piano starts like an exhale, complete. Every note arrives then leaves. There's no urgency in the timing, now no wait. It moves like something finished with fate. I don't pause the ending for meaning or proof. Some endings don't carry lesson, they move on their own. What we were doesn't resist the close, it settles gently, then goes. I notice how calm the stillness feels at rest. Nothing asking to be replayed or kept. The melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need permission to be. I thought silence meant absence, it means peace. This is finished. ascend. This is finished breathing. This is finished breathing. The tempo moves like unmarked seconds passing by. It doesn't frame the moment as tragic or dry. The orchestra enters briefly, then fades. It doesn't argue with silence, it behaves. I stop expecting the ending to return or speak. Some endings don't circle back, they sleep. And sleeping doesn't feel unfinished, it feels kind, like something choosing not to occupy my mind. Extended bridge, the melody thins into open air, then rests. It doesn't rush the quiet, it accepts. I breathe inside the space it leaves behind. Slow, nothing here is asking me to know. This was finished breathing, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to mend. This was finished breathing. This was finished breathing. This was finished breathing, and I stayed as the final harmony faded out. Nothing changed, no echo left to mend. This was finished breathing. The piano begins without revision or aim. Every note feels content to remain as it is. There's no effort to improve the sound or try. It moves like something letting lie. I don't rearrange the ending for comfort or grace. Some endings don't want adjustment, they place themselves. What we were doesn't argue with time, it stays exactly where it ended, fine. I notice how settled the moment feels, aligned. Nothing pulling forward, nothing behind. The melody repeats itself slowly, at ease. It doesn't ask to be understood, it breathes. I thought endings needed refinement, they need trust. This was left as it was, nothing changed. The piano stays, the strings arrive and fade. No truth left to revise. This was left as it was. The tempo moves like ordinary minute passing through. It doesn't underline emotion or cue. The orchestra opens wide but briefly, then clears. It doesn't stay to color the years. I stop expecting the ending to define me or stay. Some endings don't shape direction, they fade into place, and fading doesn't feel like loss. It feels right, like something gently stepping out of sight. Extended bridge, the melody opens into quiet space, then waits. It doesn't resist the silence, it relates. I remain inside the calm it creates. Still, nothing here is asking me to feel. This was left as it was, and I knew as the final harmony faded out, it dissolves into silence. The piano begins like a room already empty, but warm. Every note settles gently and calm. There's no hesitation in the sound, no way. It knows like something finished with fate. Don't turn back, check the moment or stay. Some moments don't need confirmation, they fade on their own. But what doesn't follow me now, it stays exactly where it ended, loud. I notice how even the silence feels aligned. Nothing calling forward and nothing behind. A melody repeats without intention or plea. It doesn't need my attention to keep. I thought closure would feel louder. It feels clean. There's nothing left behind, nothing to claim. The piano holds the strings arrive and wane. No shadow left to find. There's nothing left behind. The tempo moves like ordinary minutes passing through. It doesn't underline emotion or cue. The orchestra opens softly, then clears. It doesn't stay to color the years. I stop expecting the end and follow me. Or stay some endings don't echo forward. They fade into place and fade and doesn't feel like loss. It feels right like something gently stepping out of sight. The melody stretches, it opens space and rests. It doesn't resist the silence, it accepts. I remain inside the calm it allows. Still nothing here is asking me to feel. There was nothing left behind, and I knew of the final harmony faded out. It was true. No echo left to remind. There was nothing left behind.